Vice President and Executive Editor of ESPN, John Walsh, visited Mizzou last Friday to give advice to journalism students.
Journalist Laura Ling spoke to a group of Mizzou students and Columbia residents at the Missouri Theater last Thursday.
And the Oreos' 100th birthday was last Friday. Hello and welcome to this year's first episode of 23 News. Thanks for joining us. I'm Spencer Wilson.
And I'm Caitlin Doyle. You're watching MUTV 23 News Now.
One of America's classic desserts is celebrating its 100th birthday this year, and campus dining services recently brought the celebration to our dining halls.
MUTV's Nick Moser has the story.
It's no secret that Americans love Oreos. We eat 70 million every day. That's 25 billion each year. So when the 100th anniversary of Oreo's introduction at the Chelsea Market Bakery in Manhattan rolled around this year, Americans and MU students alike took time out of their lunch hour one day this past week to enjoy Milk's favorite cookie.
We knew Oreo's 100th birthday was this year, and we were doing some research and talked to students, and they thought that would be kind of a fun thing. So we have a lot of different menu items that we're featuring Oreos in today.
Originally packaged in bulk tins and sold by weight for 30 cents a pound, the Oreo has developed into the world's top-selling cookie, producing $2 billion in global annual revenues, according to Kraft Foods, Oreo's parent company. The original cookie is transformed into a number of varieties found in over 100 countries around the world. There's the Oreo Mini, Triple Double Oreo, vanilla, strawberry, and even blueberry and green tea ice cream flavors. The double stuffed Oreo is not to be outdone, as Argentina is home of the Oreo Portrace cookie, featuring 3 layers of cookie and 2 layers of cream. One thing is for sure though, the classic twist, lick, and dunk routine is popular with 50% of all Oreo eaters who pull their Oreos apart before eating, although women tend to open them more often than men. At Mizzou, campus dining services put their chefs to the test when the cookie's 100th birthday came around, throwing a giant Oreo birthday bash in the dining halls, complete with an Oreo mascot, a scrumptious display of cookie-filled desserts, and of course, thousands of Oreos.
We brought 9,000 Oreos in, different varieties. We have the golden cream, we have the traditional Oreo, we have the birthday Oreo. We also do an Oreo cream pie.
Well, a lot of them were just the different flavored Oreos, but the cookies and cream, that's a kind of a frozen cream pie that we feature quite a bit, and it's super popular, so we wanted to get that in bulk. And then the Oreo mousse, it's a traditional mousse with Oreos kind of cooked in, so it's kind of an old-fashioned traditional recipe, so can't beat the classics.
During the birthday bash, students enjoyed a break from their studies to celebrate one of the beloved desserts that makes its way into every child's life and leaves a mark on us by its perfectly designed combination of wafer and cream, making children and adults want to smile with each and every lick. With so many variations of the classic cookie and the endless possibilities and ways to eat one, how do MU students enjoy the Oreo?
I like to take them apart and take each cookie and then eat the frosting.
Definitely with just a glass of milk, just dip it in and dip it. Hands down.
I like to eat it with ice cream a lot. I like when you crush it up and put it in ice cream, because those are great together.
The best way to eat an Oreo is definitely splitting it in half and then totally dipping it in the milk. Do that for you. And you gotta let it soak thoroughly so it gets all soft.
So many things can change in 100 years, but one thing has stayed certain. The delicious Oreo gives kids and college students alike something to smile about and enjoy, no matter what year it is.
I think it's one of those foods that we grew up and we always had, whether you got it at your lunch table when you're in kindergarten, all through growing up through high school. It's one of those comfort foods that people really love and really can relate to. It's an American tradition.
There's nothing like the sweet combination of chocolate and smiles that has made Oreo America's favorite cookie since 1912. Nick Moser, MUTV 23 News.
The Sustainable Living Fair was on Sunday the 9th. There were several vendors to help promote going green and several variations and different approaches. Colby Stratterfield has the story.
On September 9th, MUTV had the chance to visit the Sustainable Living Fair at Columbia College in Columbia. Local vendors that participated ranged from farming and gardening coalitions, eco-irrigation systems, and even an eco-innovative village. They also featured workshops ranging from solar living to composting and even workshops to help enrich your home in many sustainable ways. There was even a guest speaker, Dan Chiris, a green energy activist, who spoke about the benefits of green energy. We were also able to speak to John Hart, a co-founder in Rosehart Gardens based out of Boonville.
Etc.
We're focusing on heritage plants and traditional plants and everything they use around there. People grow them.
We were also able to learn more about sustainable living by talking to members of Dancing Rabbit Eco Village, which is a 280-acre eco village located in northeastern Missouri. Dancing Rabbit Eco Village builds their own homes for their members and have grown into a village housing 30 homes and hoping to expand to 500 to 1,000 members. For more information, go to slfcolumbia.org.
You can find more information at slfcolumbia.org.
The life of a journalist can be unpredictable when out in the field. MUTV's Ashlyn Feaster shows us what happened to a journalist, Laura Lang, when she was covering a story about trafficking in China.
Hi, I'm Ashlyn Feaster, and I'm with MUTV 23 News, and I'm at the Missouri Theater. Laura Lang is going to talk about her experiences as being a captain in North Korea.
People of all ages have come to hear author and journalist Laura Lang speak about her 140 days in captivity and her sister's efforts to set her free. In Lang's book, Somewhere Inside, she describes how her colleague Una Lee and her were taken and eventually set free.
The book is sort of a multi-layered look at the story that we went to cover, the trafficking of North Korean women and the situation, the pretty desperate situation that they face. It was also a look at what I went through in North Korea. And what my sister was doing here on this end in the United States to get me home. But I wrote it with my sister because it's also a book about the bonds of sisterhood that I think got us both through that horrible situation and allowed us to, derive strength. Really, it came from each other. It was hard to always be hopeful, and I tried everything I could to be hopeful and to think that I would see my family again, but there were very dark moments, and it was, I mentioned tonight that, it was some of the little things in the day that would happen, and just kind of practicing that act of gratitude and thinking about things that happened in the day that I actually felt grateful for. That would help me get through to the next day. I didn't know what I was going to do when I came back, and I contemplated not doing journalism at all. Like I said, I thought maybe I'd become a yoga instructor or something like that. But I really just wanted to continue telling stories.
After the break, we'll talk to some Mizzou students out on Rollins about the national debt in a new segment called Ask Mizzou.
See you on the other side.